This is the EGC 20k Age of Empires 4 tournament. We are here to witness the final 16 generals in battle. Let's rejoin the famous war. Said der Polisbet Audi. My name's Anuki, and don't look at me, look at the generals today. In the Northern Reach, playing in home territory, is MarineLord as France. The map is French Pass. If anyone gets past MarineLord here today, then it's GG, or Ludum Bonum, as they say in Latin. So that would be LB. But will it be easy? Facili Ludum. There's no disrespect here, though. Their opponent looking to carve their way through the French Pass with a victory already under their belt is Probe. It's the best of 3. MarineLord previously lost as France, and as per tournament rules, they may choose France again. However, Probe previously won with France, so they cannot. So they are leading the English today with their early man-at-arms and incredible fish and chips. I haven't been to England, or been back to England in almost 3 years now, and I'm scared to go back. I imagine it looks like a game of Age of Empires 4 now. Let's bring up the Civ overview and see what we're dealing with here. As we may already know, France gets 8, every other civilization gets 1. France gets faster villager production, trade bonuses, and the thing that they are known for is the Royal Knights with some unique and special cavalry upgrades. England likes to tinker with their longbows and play with their network of castles. An incredible buff, increasing attack speed by 25%. It's not just a defensive tool, it lends itself well to decorating the map with outposts to hide under. Longbows also get the Paling's ability, which can help against cavalry, but that alone will not be enough to thwart the French cavalry. We know longbows are almost certainly on the table. The most common pairing is spearmen, just because you can get them out early, but I don't like to judge the players or dictate what people should do and should not. I could talk forever. And if you'd like to ramble with me, then you can do so on the Ironcast Discord and get involved in some of the productions we've got in the future. I'm looking for players with a heart full of strong. And whilst we're at it, do check out the EGC Discord too. Find out what's going on with competitive play. The folk over at the EGC are doing a tremendous job and putting so much effort into revitalizing the RTS scene, and everybody likes that. So, to recap everything that's happened so far, MarineLord got Deer, Probe did not Deer, Council Hall for England, School of Cavalry for France, the Look of Shock for no one. This map, I think, is one of the better maps to play against France. There's less room to maneuver for cavalry. People on horses want space. They want clean pathways. Much of that is taken away by these giant mountains that inhabit these lands. And it's fairly trivial to wall stuff off, and the marketplaces are in amazing positions that protecting your trade route is rather straightforward. Even a child could do it. And if it's one thing I know about children, it's that they enjoy the security of a thriving centralized economy, which creates opulence from nothingness. Oh, those little tykes. Yeah, it's not much different to us. I know there's some people out there that's probably built a few thousand marketplaces and then just sent billions of caravan traders back and forth over the greatest distance that they could do on an 8-player map, just to see how much money is made. And then you think to yourself, why not play Anno 1800? No. No, I don't think I will. MarineLord is getting an escort over to Probe settlement in the south. MarineLord can brag about how much more sheep they got. It was just a few. It's natural to boast, though. Probe collecting stone. MarineLord sees that, and they see just the edge of the council halls. So we're going to get a second town center, most likely for Probe, granting them some more economic security. But will they be able to defend from the early Royal Knights? This looks like such a good marketplace position as well. It's really packed there. A lot easier to defend should anyone choose to trade. MarineLord returning the courtesy and will escort Probe Scout to show them their magnificent school of cavalry. What a glorious building it is. I'm going to night rush you now. And we're off. There's that first Royal Knight, and it is galloping over with the Scout in front. Just cleaving away at Probe Scout before we leave. There's a nice little stealth forest for them to hide inside, but all the rallying knights will go through there. Probe might want to start investing in some kind of defenses. I can see the Council Hall now is beginning their 8 seconds worth of training. Here's your bow. It's very long. Here's the arrows. Point the arrow, use the string, make it big twang for more hurt. Here's your certificate saying you're proficient with the long bow. Now squeeze out the front door. Made for dwarves. Good luck. But one longbow to one knight is not exactly great ratios. There's that second town center. Pushed up against the wood and between the berries. And you know what? Things are looking mighty okay for Probe. The second town center will resume its completion, fulfilling its destiny to pump out more villagers. Royal Knights chasing Probe Scout around. Whilst the other knight, coupled with the scout, looking for villagers to harass. Oh, what's going on here? We have a small migration of villagers for MarineLord, and I'm surprised the Probe doesn't want to go check out what they might be up to over there, but could be useful to send another scout there later on. This one, though, has just escaped with their life. Luckily for them, the wolf will ignore them. It's gonna be a town center in the far western corner of this realm. We're also getting a mill up next to the deer. C'est mignon. They've got a lot tucked away in that corner. Gold, food, stone, easily defendable. But will it need defending? Will Probe check it out? In my observations, I have not seen many players check the corners out on French Pass. They kind of like this corridor of death. It makes people feel at home. It's like a MOBA, and as soon as the outposts go up, this map is basically League of Legends. But it's just one of those unusual phenomena, and this is a really nice position at the moment. God, what I wouldn't pay to see a scout just sit themselves on there. Oh, and it looked like MarineLord was gonna put a scout up there and deliver my hopes and dreams. But maybe next time. There's plenty of longbow out now just to muster enough of a defense of the main settlement. Probe should, though, keep investing in that as more Royal Knights will add up. But the problem is, the strength of the Royal Knights is rather exponential. A player building nothing but longbows and a player building nothing but Royal Knights. The Royal Knights will win. We are going to add spears to the group. 2 barracks, 1 council hall. That is the way. MarineLord coming back round. Bringing a couple of sheep as well. Come on, sit that scout on that hill. Look upon thy lands. Yeah! Welcome to Zelda, Sheep of the Wild. It looks really good. 8 out of 10. Almost desktop background worthy. And this makes me think about the potential to exploit the map more. I feel the terrain is very underutilized at the moment, but this will improve over time. I think players will begin to look at the value of vision more and what these cliff edges can do. And if we look at the vision, this grants pretty good vision, especially if Probe builds more over here, which is likely. And Probe can't see up there. Suddenly, the Blue Knights blast the face off some villagers. Payson stupide. Au revoir. That's, I imagine what the knights would say as they crack open a few more skulls on their way out before being chased away by the spears too. Very ambitious spears. They could have lost that one if they chose to fight. Probe has a small gathering of spears and longbows looking to make some assault of their own. MarineLord charging down a scout. Nope, I'm gonna leave them, it's fine. Now, Probe is immediately gonna discover what's been happening over here. Vision, though, was pretty strong for MarineLord. They back away their villagers off of the deer, bring them back to the town center. And I think maybe Probe just thinks, oh, they just built a mill. But there wasn't. There was more than just the mill. Vision at play again around that stealth forest. The pikes take the frontal position, allowing the longbow to shoot ever so easily. But the damage that they do is very, very slim, and this terrain would be much better if they tried to fend in a narrow passageway. Allows the spears to really pack up and fight the knights in smaller numbers. Now this was good use of the terrain. But wow, it looks really hard to step foot over that. Some of the spearmen struggling to find their footing. They're going to regroup with some reinforcing spears. Fantastic. But not so fantastic for MarineLord. They're looking for more kills, more aggression, more fights. But those spears are going to be hard to pass through. Does Probe want to try and enhance this push with some outposts? Are they going to bring a battering ram? It matters not for now as the archers engage the spears. Here come MarineLord's Royal Knights. The spears will engage them, puncture through that armor. The longbow trying to get rid of the opposing archers with their superior range. Once the spears are down, the knights are through, and the longbow are not going to be chased by the Royal Knights. MarineLord banks off. The archers managing to get a couple of longbows. Stealth Forest should break up some of the fire temporarily. The Royal Knights are back to healing and chasing. Is there anyone at home that can offer some assistance? There's some spears. Yes, they're going to kick into action. But there's one lazy spearman who says, nah, I don't wanna. No matter though, the defense is successful for Probe. Looks like there's a scout in trouble. Fancied their chances against a knight, and they're gonna leave a sheep behind. And that sheep is a traitor with a rebel alliance. The deer are now safe to harvest again for the time being. MarineLord knows they need more units on the field. Probe is already showing signs of outpacing their army, but that makes sense. MarineLord has the guild hall planning permission, finally, after 2 years. Probe also investing a lot in farms, which is really going to help get more of these spears and longbows out. Pretty heavy on the food cost for the numbers that you require. Now MarineLord sits in the stealth forest, and Probe blissfully unaware at the moment after losing their previous scout. And the crowd cheers for aging up. Like a happy New Year's. God, it's so peaceful right now.
This is Englandia, a place where villagers travel far and wide to settle. the inhabitants enjoy peace and prosperity. Then the France nation attacked. This is Age of Empires 4.
The spears, probably under no direct orders, go for the Royal Knights, but expose themselves not indecently to the archers. And these guys have got steel arrow upgrades. We're talking bodkin point, penetrates chain armor, made by the very finest French Fletchers France found through Facebook. It was different back then. Unfortunate casualties taken for Probe. They'll try and get the White Castle to defend. Great choice, but is it too late? Probe can defend this. They just have to deal with the archers at the back. The longbowmen won't win against the Royal Knights, sure, but for now they can at least body block and stop them from hitting those villagers as they construct the White Tower. If that thing goes up, Probe is going to be safe for a bit longer. MarineLord has carved through the longbowmen. There's still some fresh recruits, but Probe's running out of villagers. This is cutting it very close. The last villager is dead. Pip, pip, cheerio. The white flag is raised by Probe. England has been defeated. Our successor this evening is MarineLord leading the French. This means we'll be moving on to the third match, a full best of 3. There's no time to idle around. Let's get to it. My name's Anuki, and just be the best you, okay? All right. See you soon.